Before I lay down to take my nap, Merry Christmas. I am DeRoy Cruz. I'm going to say something that you're probably tired of hearing, but I'm going to say it anyway. Everybody talks about their New Year's resolutions, and there's one New Year's resolution that, regardless of what other resolutions that you find to do, whether you said you were going to take up an instrument, so you bought yourself a guitar after Christmas. After you got done spending your money on everybody else, you bought yourself a guitar, and you kept your vow to take lessons. You started working on your art chops this Christmas. You decided to get your driver's license and get back into driving. Those are all good. But there's one resolution that you should do that you don't need anybody to tell you to do. And that is fix yourself. And the reason why you would do that as a New Year's resolution, which you shouldn't do it as a New Year's resolution, the minute you find out that you need to fix yourself, you need to begin to fix yourself. But I meet people every day as a Christian. I meet people every day who have very sloppy ways about them, as they will brag and say that they're the nicest person you ever want to meet. I say that about myself a lot of times, until I'm not the nicest person that you want to meet, and then I tell you the truth that the Lord didn't call me into the kingdom to be nice. He called me in the kingdom to be right with Him, to get right with Him, and to live my life in sacrifice for Him. Okay? I'm not called to be nice, but I am called to be right. See, there's secular nice and good in the dictionary, in the secular dictionary, and in the way that what society calls nice and good. And then there's the you that you know better. You know that you need to get right. If not right with God, right with yourself. Okay? But we all know that there's things in our personalities that aren't right. There's times we keep saying things, and we know we need to stop saying those things, but we keep on saying them. When are we going to stop? There's times when we treat people a certain way. You got grown men out here trying to be bullies. They're my age. They in their 50s and 60s, and they trying to bully people at work, not expecting that one day, somebody might turn around and punch them in the face. Okay? Might lose their temper for some of the stuff that they say and turn around and punch somebody in the face. Okay? And then your old behind ain't gonna know what to do with that, because you forgot you ain't in high school no more. You ain't in middle school no more. You can't just bully people and get away with it. But some of y'all, you got so much pride that you bully people, and you so much arrogance that you bully people, and then when things get fed up, it's the victim, the one that was being bullied, that needs the cops, to come and pick him up and pull him out of the building, because of your attitude towards that person. Would not stop. It wouldn't quit. Okay. I did a video on one of my other channels about marijuana. Some of y'all this year know that you need to stop smoking marijuana, whether you feel addicted to marijuana or whether you just think it's cool. You know you need to stop smoking marijuana. You know you need to stop smoking, period. You need to stop, okay? You need to stop. But better than that is the whole point of fixing yourself. Like, you need to fix yourself when you are a 50, 60-year-old bully that bullies people. You need to fix yourself. You need to fix yourself when you got a wife at home but you love to talk about other women. You constantly got to talk about other women, okay? And their bodies and how pretty they are and all like that, knowing that you would never have these discussions in front of your wife. Some of y'all, you are always looking for somebody to serve you. But who have you served? You don't serve your wife. She waits on your hand and foot, and you don't do it back to her. Okay? You don't serve your mom and your dad. They old and ready to die soon. You don't do anything for your brothers and sisters, your siblings. It's all about you. It's always about you. And then you want to storm social media, and you want to pick your target and go after your target. But when your target recognizes what you're doing, you make it about you, and now you want to turn into the victim. You want to claim that, the victim, the one you went after, is trying to turn social media into something else. But when all along it's you that chose to cross the line, again, bullying people in real time or online, we ain't gonna stop. But everybody needs to fix themselves. It doesn't matter whether you're Christian or not. It doesn't matter whether you're male or female. It doesn't matter what you think. We all need to fix ourselves. And every day, even throughout this holiday weekend, I'm meeting people who, my God, dude, you need to look in the mirror. And you need to listen to yourself on tape. You're a tool bag. You're toxic waste, man. You need to fix yourself. You really do. Because you're not helping anybody. You're not making anybody like you more. Well, I'm not the one to ask for forgiveness. I ain't bound to apologize to nobody. I'm not bound to humble myself, and I don't need nobody to forgive me, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, but yet you always start in trouble. You need to fix yourself. You started it. You need to fix yourself. My fixing myself, and especially being on this channel, there's two things that I need to do to fix myself, and that is I need to get back into the Word of God, okay, and begin to read, not just read so I can do YouTube videos, but to read for my own profit, to read for my own, culture, read for my own benefit, okay, and forget about other people who think I'm wasting my time. I need to read God's Word for me, because God's Word fixes me. Okay, the other thing I need to do, I don't know if I can do it this year though or not, because money is involved, but just like this channel, I need to start to invest. I need to start, first of all, I need to pay tithes and offerings, whether to my church or some other church, or whether to sick children or persecuted Jews or whatever. I need to give. I need to give, whether I give to the church or give to some other need. The church of the living God, God appreciates me being a cheerful giver. I need to give. I realized when I was doing a Facebook Live video this morning that I'm not giving. I've spent a long time away from giving, and then I complain about my finances. But I need to get back into giving. Okay, I need to give of myself, and I need to give of my finances. Okay, to help and sue people. Okay. Also, I need to work on my finances. I need to start to really build that bank account up. I keep making excuses. Well, I can't buy a car with $10 a month, putting that and leaving that in the bank. I can't leave $10, $20 in the bank and buy a car with it. I can't, put this much money in the bank, and I can't do this and do that. And I complain about everything I can't do. But money is not meant to all be spent. But money is a gun. Money is a tool, okay, that you will use in the nick of time to defend yourself, to set you free. Money is the key that unlocks other doors. And there'll be times when you'll be locked out of your own and need to get in somewhere else. And money is that key. A lot of Christians would be angry for me talking like this, but the truth of the matter is money is important. And not money to get more and more and more and more money. But the money that you already have, like Uber driver just told me, they could barely speak English not too long ago. He said, take out a little bit of money every month and put it in an account, in your savings account. And I says, well, sir, I can't get a car with putting $10, $10, $20 here and there into the bank a month because, he says to me after I made all these excuses, he says, well, you'll never get a car then. Unless you use credit. You'll never get a car. Okay, let's say you're putting $10 and $20 in the bank. You're counting the time that's going to cost you before you can buy a car. Okay, but if you don't put no money in the bank, you'll never get that car. It's not coming out of your income tax. It's not coming out of your job expenses. So where's the money coming from? If you don't save, where's it coming from? And this is the conversation that the Uber driver had with me. Also, another woman talked to me. She was an Uber driver too. She talked to me about buying a house. She had just bought a house, 2 years ago, and she was having a good time. And as soon as she got into the house, repairs needed to be done. And God is so good, she was able to find help based on her income and so forth, and government help and that to get the help she needed to fix leaks in her house and to fix wiring that needed to be done in her house. Okay? And people were willing, there's a lot of people that work with homeowners, she told me, that are willing to help you with what you need in your house. They're out there, but you won't see these people until you buy a house. These people will literally knock on your door once they see that somebody moved into that property right there. Okay? She told me. So, you need to fix yourself. If you are known to be considered overconfident or arrogant or insensitive, you need to check yourself and then fix yourself. Okay? If your love life or your lack thereof is based on selfishness, the reason why you don't have love is because you're selfish. The reason why you don't are not having, friendship relationships with women or even other men is because you're selfish. You might tell yourself that that's okay, but it's not. You need to reach out to those people that might need your help. And you need to act a way around people so that they will be interested in speaking with you. A lot of times, the only thing you need to do is make people interested in speaking with you and getting to know you is to zip it. Don't you know that there's times in my life where I got tired of people abusing me? In my opinion, treating me small and acting like I can't talk about anything and all like that. I just gave up. I stopped talking. I'd walk into work and I'd hi and bye and that's it. I didn't conversate with anybody. And whenever they tried to conversate with me, if there's somebody else in the room, oh, he's talking to them. But I'm not going to really listen or let him know that I'm listening if he's going to interrupt me and not think that we can share the conversation. You talking to me, that gives me a right to talk back. But to a lot of people, no, they don't need you to talk. They need you to shut up and listen. And that's fine. But what you should do, if you're running into a situation like that, where you feel people don't want you talking because they're ignoring you before you even open up your mouth. Well, what you need to do is you need to not talk. Just go to work every day and turn your back to those that love to be, love to give you the silent treatment or love to act like you better not come in here talking or whatever. Just turn your back and just do your job. Everything is yes and no. Okay, everything is yes and no, and just, and eventually they will come around and they will say, hey man, what's going on? What's new? And they'll start to treat you like they've never treated you before. Why? Because you zipped it and you didn't really care to share your wisdom until they begged you to share your wisdom. And sometimes that's how you got to be. Okay? But you need to fix yourself. You need to fix yourself. You need to check yourself. And you need to fix yourself. Okay? If you think that you are the best person, if you think that you're too qualified for your job, when you signed up for this job, but all of a sudden you think you're overqualified because some things come natural to you that they don't come natural to other people. Guess what? You need to fix yourself. You need to check yourself and you need to fix yourself. Okay? If you think that somebody owes you something, somebody has to always come to you first for conversation, if you think that somebody has to come and praise you first, or you'll never praise anybody, you have an issue. You have a problem. You need to fix yourself, check yourself, and fix yourself. Last but not least, if you feel depressed, if you feel this holiday, if you feel depressed, if you're having anxiety and depression and you feel like, you don't care anymore, you feel like you could be suicidal, I got bad news for you. It falls back on you. You feel that way because of you. You feel that way because of you, not other people. You need to fix yourself. You need to check yourself. If you're doing something that is controversy, it's not other people's job to pretend to make you smile, to pretend that you didn't do something controversial. You know who and what I'm talking about. You don't cross the line like that and then think people ain't going to act funny around you. When you come around like you didn't do anything wrong, you didn't cross any line, you just here and this is the new you. Okay? You need to fix yourself. You need to check yourself. Okay? Because what could have been a good friendship, you ruined when you crossed the line. Instead of thinking that people need to reach out to the new you, you need to go to those people and apologize and say, hey, this is who I am now. Please don't be offended with me. I hope we can still be friends. And if they give a smart remark or say some hate speech, move on. Because now that you're somebody else, you need to be friends with different people than you already had. Okay? But you need to fix yourself. I mean, I can say this about almost anybody and everybody. You need to fix yourself this new year. You need to fix yourself. I know I need to fix myself. And people being ignorant on my job and ignorant in my neighborhood helps me to do that. I step out on that stuff and use it as a tool to better myself. Let me say that one more time. People that are ignorant and rude and crude that come around me, my neighborhood, my job, okay, makes me a better person because I'm going to step out on all that stuff and use it as a tool for me to better myself so that I'm not like these people. But you don't walk in on a job thinking you're better than everybody. If you're better than everybody, what are you doing working here? How you better and you applied for the same job that I applied for because you needed a job and you needed one bad. So how are you better than everybody here? If you was better than everybody here, you wouldn't be here. Just like God. God is watching us. God is shadowing us. Sometimes we can hear his voice, but he's not here. Why? Because he's better than us. That's just like people you see on TV don't live in your neighborhood. They don't live in your state. And if you went to the state that they live in, you wouldn't be able to find them. Why? Because they're better. In something. In something, they're better than you. It might just be one little small thing. But in that one small thing, they get to live a different lifestyle and a culture than you're living. Give respect to where respect is due. But if you got to work this job like I got to work this job, you're not better. If I get on this bus just like you got to get on this bus, I'm not better. If I'm eating at the same McDonald's you eating at, I'm ordering a non-healthy Big Mac, bacon with cheese, Frosty, carbonated fries, hey, I'm no better, and my health is no better than yours. Everybody needs to fix themselves, whether it be your relationships or whether it be the way you talk or the way you don't talk at all or the way you look at people or look at life, whatever. Some of y'all, and here's the big one, some of y'all need to be saved. And I'm saying this not to just Christians, but to people that are struggling with all these personality traits. And their personality is all over the place. Nobody can know them. You need to be saved. Because your pain is because you are not a Christian. But God is calling you, and it's hurting you. It's bothering you. Because you know that you're too good for the nonsense that goes around you, but yet you defend it. Because you think that helps you be cool and put you at peace with everybody. Here we go again. Christians don't live off of peace. We live off of truth that hurts ourselves and everybody around us. We live off of organic truth. We don't live off of peace. We're not known to be peaceful, and we're not known to create peace, except for how we interpret things in our Bible and share that with the world. Okay? But we are to create culture in the Christian community, and extending from the Christian community to those in the world. Our gospel is not veiled to the world because we love the world and we want to help the world in all due respect in Christianity. And you need to fix yourself. You need to be saved. You need to get into a right relationship with God, not a right relationship to where you can walk in and think that everybody and everything changes for you because you change. No. You need to change into being a good Christian and walking with Jesus, and then when people don't know how to handle your change, they also know that you're doing the right thing, so they can't really hate on your change. And you're not going to care, because you know that you threw all these things away as rubbish so that you could obtain Christ. Okay? So, I'm D-Roy Cruz. Thank you for coming to this channel and commenting on this channel, sharing this channel, listening to these videos. Here's another one for you. Merry Christmas. Fix yourself. God bless you. See you later.